Hello, all, and welcome to the first ever episode of Tribe Central. This is your weekly highlight reel show thing where we always discuss the games and what happened the previous week, and we show highlights and we laugh and we have fun. It's really fun. It's awesome. It's great. And yeah, so with me today is Jim Christ, leader of Tribe Hug.
Hello.
We got
Hello,
Freaky.
Energy. How are you?
Yo.
I'm doing good, Jim. Thanks for asking. How you doing, Freaky?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, man?
I'm doing
I love
awful.
your scarf.
Thanks. Oh, I stole it from my brother. It's his Christmas gift last year.
And just
All
tell
right.
us where you got those glasses from.
I took him from Bart and beat his ass in the parking lot of PAX Prime.
I'm a witness. I saw it.
It's true.
Real
APC
talk.
was scared. He ran away. He knew it was.
Wonder
Actually,
why
he
I
didn't
haven't
run away.
seen him in a while.
Yeah. So APC, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Just so
All
good
right.
to see you.
What are you doing later tonight?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd ask.
All right, maybe I will later on. Anyway,
Anyway.
all right. So let's talk about last week's games. Let's start with on ZFZ versus NFS match. All right, this happened this past Monday. The maps that they played were Crossfire, Stonehenge, and Arx Novena. Can we get you to take it away first, Freaky? What do you think about that game? What do you think?
Which map? Which match again?
This was ZFZ versus NFS.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I was a little upset that ZFC kind of trolled a little bit, but for the third map, I guess they took it a little more seriously and capped out 7-1. But they're obviously one of the stronger teams in the tournament.
Okay. Now, just in case you guys haven't heard of the tournament, we'll have Jim Christ here explain to you what the format is of it. I was getting ahead of myself there. You want to take it away, Jim, and just let everybody know what it is and fill them in on what's going on?
All right, so we have an invitational tournament with the top 8 teams in North America. That is straight out of the TWL ladder for the most part. So those teams, I guess I will read out to everyone. That's ZFC, Need for Speed, Beacon Stop, Egocentric, Tau, Monomaniacs, MIA, and Vexillifer. I think that's all 8. So we have the teams divided into 2 groups, Group A and Group B right now, and they're currently playing a round-robin style tournament for points. The top 2 teams out of each group will go on to play a knockout single elimination finals.
Thank you, Jim.
Yes, thank you, Jim. That was very nice of you to explain that to all of us who weren't aware of what was going on. So, let's go back to the game that we were talking about, ZFC versus NFS. Freaky just discussed the first map there, which was Crossfire. You care to elaborate on anything else that happened in that map, or?
Well, actually, I was talking about Arx when they finally decided not to troll and they won 7-1. I didn't really get to watch Crossfire that much, but on Stonehenge, I guess it went to OT, and ZFC.
Yeah, let's check out this clip. This looks like it's from Stonehenge. It's a tie game right now, 2-2, with a minute and a half left. So, right now, everybody in the game is just freaking out. You're crashing, you're going for those E-grabs. And
all that chain fire.
Yeah, look at that. Esteban almost making it, but he's going to get killed right there. But it looks like, as you can tell, like, the Diamond Sword team really clustering up on the flag really well. It's just a matter of getting that flag up to the stand. And look at this. We're going to try to get that cap right there. And there it is, the third cap with a minute left. Now, don't let that fool you. Since that did, you're thinking, oh, they're going to win. They're going to win. This is where ZFZ comes in for the clutch, and they're known for these kind of moves where they are going to come in and just hold out for it, because I'm not going to ruin the final ending. But it was a nice game. MIA, not really expecting that, like the favorite player team in this game, but they really do. MIA, I said NFS. They're really not favorite, but look at them. They're ahead with only 30 seconds left in the map.
Hot Rod goes down.
All right, so yeah, we're still looking at the clip here, I guess, of the.
It was a very close game. It was really, really exciting to see Need for Speed do such a good job, and this is kind of where ZFC came back to
Yeah,
take
this
the
is where
win.
it all started. NFS is really looking 10 seconds left. They're like, oh, we got this. The flag's out in the field. We just have to return it in 7 seconds and GG's. But you'll see what happens when they do get the return.
Splat.
Guess who's there? Someone's on the stand to get it picked up right there, and that will... Oh, nope, not yet. Not yet. You see Titan, though, on the stand. There is the return. I'm sorry, I was already getting ahead of myself. Even though he just gets sniped as soon as he picks up the flag, that's all it took to push it further into overtime. And this is where the madness starts to happen. Kudos getting away with the flag. Which Kudos had a really epic week. He was down in Korea.
I'm like a bitch.
And then Clout, escorting him home, only has 130 health, but ZFC, this is all they have to do is bring this flag home. Now there's pressure mostly on NFS. ZFC really has the flag in hand. Now it's like NFS needs to be like, listen, we need to get an E-grab, we need to get that flag returned or something. And so you see Chuin trying to get that E-grab. He's going to punt it away. But it's not going to be enough as the flag for the Blood Eagles, it gets knocked out of his hands. He's going to pick it up. The flag gets returned. And watch this. Even though the flag gets bounced around plenty of times, it's going to tie it up. And yeah, the demise of NFS starts to happen.
But, I mean, NFS is a relatively, unknown team. I think we can all agree compared to ZFZ and whatnot. I mean, NFS, is just a huge, underdog team. There are individual names in there that I know playing in pickups with them that they're very, very good individual players. And they're one of the few teams that has really come, I don't think they've come from a previous Tribes game. I think that they just kind of spawned, from the pickups that have formed. So it's pretty interesting to see how they could go neck and neck on a map like that against a well-known team like ZFC.
Now, was NFS a New Blood team, or did they just get together from from Mumble?
They were Warrior Nation originally. I think they came out of... I'm not sure exactly where they came from, but they were Warrior Nation originally.
I did get confirmation from someone on the stream saying it was New Blood. So seeing a New Blood team, or at least a newer style team, going against the second best team, I would in USA I would call them. I can't be upset with that performance.
Definitely. I wanted them to win that map because they had already won the first, or ZFC had already won the first map because it was 4-1 on Crossfire, and then this is Stonehenge, the second map, where well, I guess you'll see what happens here, but then they went on to Arx Novena, and yeah, it was just really, really close. I mean,
yeah, regardless, we all play the 3 maps, win or lose, but
right.
As you see here, the flag is getting pushed around, and there's that return. And this is, I was really hoping for NFS right here, but once I saw this move starting to happen, it wasn't looking good for them. ZFC played it very well. They know how to crash the stand. When you have 10 seconds left in the game and you have the flag out in the field, and all it took was them to get that return.
Not just
it's
the crash,
well played.
but the escorts.
The escort too. Look at, prime example right here. You see 4 people on the flags. And even though someone just grabbed their flag, they don't care about that right now. They're trying to get that home.
I think we saw that all match on Stonehenge especially. Every time ZFC actually got the flag past midfield and close to their base, they got it home. They never got returned at that point. They were just struggling to get it past mainly to get 99 to live past getting sniped out there. And when he did, they got it home.
You see the cheers in the chat, and you see a lot of people saying good game from both sides. You love to see that. And again, I bet NFS was really happy with their performance. Yeah, they were probably upset that they lost the lead in overtime, but that's where the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. So again, the next map they went on to Arx Novena. Do we have any footage for that, or is it? Or is that okay? All right, so yeah, Arx Novena they went on to play as well, and yeah, that was 7-1 on that, and ZFC ended up winning with the 3 wins for the 6 points. But NFS did have really, really good games, and again, that was the game on Monday that was played. So let's move on to the next game, unless you guys have any comments on that game. Anyone?
So what is that, Jim? What's the standings when it comes to that?
So ZFC won 6 points there, and unfortunately Need for Speed didn't get any. That puts, I believe, once the tie-breaking metrics are considered, ZFC is currently in about 3rd place between all the groups, and 2nd place in their group right now with those 6 points.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Jim, I just want to put it out there. I really love hearing your voice.
Yeah, I love it too.
Thanks, APC. That's very nice of you to say.
Anyway, all right. So onward. Jim has a sexy voice. Vex versus MME. This was the match that happened on Wednesday. This past Wednesday. This was actually casted by yours truly, Freaky. I don't know why I said yours truly. That would not be me. It's Freaky here. Yeah, everybody, round of applause for Freaky.
Woo!
Yeah, woo.
He's my friend.
He's his friend. So, yeah. Any comments on this match, Freaky?
Well, actually, Vex did put up a good fight, but they just could not get past the MME defense. You can see by the scores, 3-1 on Crossfire, 5-0 on Stonehenge, and 7-0 on Arcs and Vina. They were able to get the flag back several times, but MME was just Johnny on the spot with their midfield play.
I think what we saw there was the only cap Vex had on the board that whole time, and that was on Crossfire. I think the score was finalized at 4-1 or 3-1.
3-1.
3-1 in favor of MME, and MME. This map is it's played differently than all the others, as we all seen throughout the days of Tribes, and that's why you probably didn't see a cap out. Vex, good for them. I don't know why we're looking at this text on the ship and we're trying to analyze that, but
I know I keep forgetting they actually have names.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a different map where you don't see cap outs all the time. It's a solid game, and for Vex to hold out just 3 points on their end, well played.
Same with Stonehenge. It's a crazy map. I mean, and it didn't seem like there was a whole lot of action. It was mostly midfield play.
Stonehenge, I think, is an interesting map because it's really been the map that you can't really bet on someone going in. In this case, Mono was the stronger team, but I mean, I'm assuming they practiced it a lot because they were 6-0 by Talented a week earlier. Assuming there was a lot of practice involved there, or maybe.
Well, that's the thing with MME when it comes to the newer style maps. The games that the maps that we never really played in the past, starting to play a little more. The Stonehenge and Dangerous Crossing. You didn't see the MME that you see basically a developing MME. As you said, Tau dominating them on Stonehenge a week or two ago. Really, I bet they did have that thought in their head, but I don't think they even stepped out to explore the map a little bit more. I think they just took the notes they had from there and just walked with it. And to beat the Vex 5-0 on this map was an accomplishment, but at the same time, I bet if they were well versed on it, they probably could have shut them down to 7-0.
Well, we'll see as the tournament goes on and how the other teams do against MME. It will definitely be interesting to see. And it'll also be interesting to see, I think, Dex versus Need for Speed is coming up, and I'm really excited to that, to see which of them is kind of going to come out on top.
Me too, Jim. Me too.
All right, so we also had the other match here with Best versus Ego, and this actually occurred on this past Tuesday. The maps of which they played were Katabatic, Dangerous Crossing, and Dry Dock. So APC, let's start with you. Any comments or thoughts on this match that occurred?
Well, I took the chance today actually to look back at this map or these maps because I wasn't able to watch it at the time being. But they were well fought games. There wasn't a lot of action, especially on Kata. I'd say it was really lacking the flag movement. But maybe that's because there were solid defenses. I was watching Ryuka Link doing some capping, which we don't see that every day. And what really got them home was the coordinated caps. Their first cap, however, was a tandem cap, and they got it home right off the bat, 1-0. On Stonehenge, though, as you see, not Stonehenge, excuse me, Dangerous Crossing, though, you saw a lot better game. This game went down to the bone. It was overtime at the end. As we're watching right now, it was a 2-2, I believe. It was tied up, and the whole time it was just being tied. However, Ego did accidentally place a turret, which is against the rules. And with that being said, even though Ego won that map, they had to force a tie due to that penalty. But if you watch these clips, there was a lot of action going on. There was a lot of random flag play. I'd say towards the end of the map, they were like 3-minute standoffs each time for the flag. And once it went to Ego, once it went to Beacon Stop, it was a really enjoyable game to watch. A couple little bloopers where people trying to throw the flag up into the the flag room, but we seem to see that happen a lot on this map, especially.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to struggle with that on this map. I would like
Right.
to say, I think we should clarify the rule infraction briefly so everyone understands what happened there. Unfortunately, the rules do not allow for anyone to really make a decision regarding a sort of punishment or repercussion for someone breaking them, and the rules do not allow you to place turrets on dangerous crossings. So even though the turret placed by Ego, I've been told did not do any damage, there's not really a whole lot that can be done to other than make it a tie. That's what the rules say have to happen, so that's what happens.
Yeah, but it was fun nonetheless. I mean, this tournament is just to get teams to play and show their skills off the top 7 or top 8 teams, and just for fun. Win a little gold in the end, but it was enjoyable to watch that game. It's probably one of the best games we saw all week.
Oh yeah, looking at the scores, it was close across the board except for Katabatic.
Yeah, that's true. So the final scores for that was 3-0 Kata for Beacon Stop, 5-4 in favor of Ego, but again, as we said, it's a tie due to the rules. And then Drydock was won by Beacon Stop 4-3, so another tie game, or a close game, excuse me. And that puts Beacon Stop up with 5 points and Ego with 1 point. The max points you can get is 6, as we saw ZFC and Mono got. So Beacon Stop is currently looking to be in the lead, but we still have to continue on to the next next matchup, which I'll kick it over to my boy Anarchy.
Yo, what's up? Yeah. So don't you mock me? I'm the host. Anyway, let's transition over to the next map here. Unless you guys had any further comments on that one. Anyone? No. No. Okay.
Nope.
Well,
All right, we're moving on.
Tao was
then.
on top.
Tao is on top. Shout out to Tao. Shout out to Immune, my best friend. Not really, but I love him. Anyway, yeah. So we're gonna go into the Tao versus MIA, right? Yes. Freaky, let's start with you. Do you have any comments on this match, sir?
I didn't get a chance to watch this one, but thank you, APC. But just judging from the stores, MIA was not prepared for Tao.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Who is honestly? Who is prepared for Tao?
I mean, I am, but I never really stepped up to the
APC.
plate.
There's not even a
Wow.
handful of teams. There's maybe 2 or 3, maybe that can give him a good run.
Right. Definitely.
We're watching right
We're
now
all
like
in this.
the Tao versus MIA on Stone or at Dangerous Cross. I keep calling it Stonehenge. And MIA, did put up a little fight at times where you're seeing like the flags getting taken home and then they get an E-grab. Evo is taking it back home. The finalized score for that ended up being 6-1. I think the clip we're watching right now was that one cap that they did end up getting. Spoiler alert. That was just
someone missed their snipe.
just like how MME shut down their team and only let Vex score once. Tao did the same, but they were able actually to put up more points than MME. So if we wanted to put it down to that, Tao is on top.
That's right. That is right.
Tao is, currently in first place in the tournament, so that's very exciting to see. They have, after some difficulty in the past to get a solid roster set up, they finally got a solid roster and a very, very strong one at that. So it'll be interesting to see how they go up against ZFC and MME in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, one of the newer members that they picked up is actually Mukhtar. He's your resident 14-year-old, and I love him. He's got a beautiful voice. Really looking forward to when he exits puberty so we can see what his voice sounds like at that point. But you guys have any other comments on this match?
Well, to mention, Mukhtar is from Legions, and as you may know, Monomaniacs, also known as Deadstop in the past, was from Legions. So I just want to say Legions players are the best players.
I just want to, maybe refute that point by saying that that's not true and that Tribes 2 players are the best because they can quit when they're at number 2 position. That was a reference to Proj and losing the Nassel to bullets. But anyway, yeah, let's move on to...
Proj's demos in T2 were so hard to watch because he could not keep his finger off the F2 button.
Yeah, wow. Poor Proj. Proj on top, Proj number 1.
Oh, God, stop.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here. This week's games. We're going to move on to NFS versus MME, which occurs tomorrow.
Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, as always. You can see all the games at 10 o'clock. Jim, give us a little breakdown on the groups and the standings within and what you expect in general.
Well,
Why'd you give me that face?
We have, because I don't have the standings up, but I will in a minute. So,
Put him on
our
the
current
spot.
standings, Tau Tribe in first, as I said. I believe Monomaniacs is in second, 050 would be in third, Beacon Stop in fourth, Egocentric in fifth, and then Vexillifer, Need for Speed. I believe it's NFS in sixth, Vexillifer in seventh, and MIA in eighth currently. Obviously, that is not really a good, accurate depiction of what the scores will be at the end, because you have teams have only played one game, right? And so, like, ZFC has played Need for Speed, and they haven't scored any points. Vex played Mono, and they didn't score any points. But they're going to be going up against each other next week, so we are going to kind of see them compete for that third spot in their division, which is exciting. It's exciting to see how kind of Need for Speed goes up against Vex. Leave that. That might not be next week. I don't think that's next week. That's the week after. Next week we have Need for Speed against Mono. And
Oh gosh, Jim.
I told you not to invite him, Anarchy.
I know, it's just, we
Okay.
have to because he's got.
It's a
fit in,
invitation.
Next
Anyway.
Need for Speed
whatever.
versus Mono. Dodge has put up the little picture to remind me what's going on. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how well Need for Speed plays against Mono.
APC, is that you on the Need for Speed thing right there? Is that you in your earlier years
How did they find
of
that
piloting?
picture?
I don't know. That's you really love America, huh?
You know, I do what I can for
Oh,
America.
Yeah, you are a sexy man.
Stop.
Oh, I can't. But I will. Go ahead, Jim.
All there's really left to say is I'm not sure. I want to see how good Need for Speed is going to do against Mono, but I think Mono has a pretty easy wins across the board there.
Well, I hope with that, we saw ZFC and NFS as we were bragging about NFS playing really well on a Stonehenge. I got it right that time. This time, you got Catabatic, Dangerous Crossing, and Crossfire. And MME, they're pretty solid on especially Crossfire and Catabatic. Dangerous Crossing is one of those newer style maps that they played it, and of course they know how to play the damn game, but it's Dangerous Crossing that they don't play all the time. So I would really like to see how NFS can maybe capitalize on that map. If I were them, I would try to practice the hell out of that map more than anything else, because you always play Cata and Crossfire, but how many times do you play Dangerous Crossing? So hopefully they could do something well.
And yeah, these are upcoming matches, just so you guys know. These are the ones that are going to be coming up starting tomorrow. So NFS versus MME is tomorrow. And
10 o'clock Eastern.
10 o'clock Eastern, that's right. And then on Wednesday, we've got Vex versus ZFZ. Any thoughts on that? That's actually casted by you, Freaky.
I'm actually really looking forward to this one.
Are you now?
Yes, I am. Actually.
Any particular reason you?
I'm actually intrigued by Vex. I think they're pretty good. They're almost over that hump to give ZFC a good game, and I think it's going to come.
Nice. All right, then moving on, we've also got on Tuesday Ego versus Tau, which will be pretty interesting, I believe, and that is casted by Delirium. Any thoughts on that?
That's Group B now. So Monday and Wednesday is Group A, and the leader in Group A is MME and the ZFZ. So if both of those teams can win, they can carry on to 12 points, I believe, will be the max at the time. And then now we're going into Group B, where Ego and Tau play on Tuesday at 10 o'clock Eastern. And those maps are going to be Drydock, Tartarus, and Ark. So we're going to start seeing some Tartarus being played between all these teams. And that's going to be something, again, that we don't see all the time, and it could be anyone's game. And seeing Delirium start casting again, this is great. Everyone liked him back in the day, for the most part, I think. And all we need is Craig. Yeah, me
Sorry.
too. Me too.
I actually held my mic down when I said that.
But you need to reset your camera, boy. Can't see you moving.
Oh, you can't? All right, let me just turn.
So anyway, it's going to be, I think that's going to actually be a damn good game. Ego has been showing its strengths and weaknesses, and I see more of its strengths being that they're starting to learn how to cluster better, and they're starting to take that flag home. I think it's more the matter of them getting the defense off the flag. So if they could really concentrate on doing that, and then they got to watch out for someone like Mukhtar coming in for offense. He always comes in right at that last second where an infiltrator, he's going to shoot that disc at you, at the sniper more likely, and then boom.
Is my video working?
It's good.
Can you guys see me moving?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
But I think.
Are you sure?
I'm looking at Ego to take possibly Tartarus.
I think the exciting thing about that is they very likely might have a shot on Tartarus, and I think the exciting thing about that game is that Egocentric, if they want a shot at getting into the finals, they need to score some points against Tau. So, depending on how Tau performs against Beacon Stop coming up, then, it's going to change things as far as the rankings are concerned. But Ego really needs as many points against Tau as possible, because if they don't score against them, then they have no hope of catching up to Tau or Beacon Stop.
Thanks for that, Jim.
Definitely. All right, so now we are moving on to... That was the Ego versus Tau, huh? That we just discussed?
Yes, sir.
We got MIA versus Best.
Anarchy, why don't you tell us what's coming in store for us on Thursday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time?
MIA versus Best.
And what's so good about that, Matt?
Oh, that, Well, one thing that is interesting with Best is that they've had a lot of roster changes recently. Don't really know who they're exactly going to be fielding, because they've had some subs in, recently because of, the different roster drops and picking up new people and whatnot. So I believe they had some people subbing, like maybe one person, two people from Tau, if I'm not mistaken, or how did that work last week? Or do you guys know?
Yeah, they filled in by 2 Envy players, I believe.
Oh, Envy, okay.
And we saw, as I said before, Ryuku Link doing some capping, and I don't think I've ever seen him cap in my life.
Really?
Apart
No,
from
he's a capper. He's a capper, yeah.
Well, I never really see him cap because he's usually in Infiltrator.
Yeah. I believe he capped before he began doing Infiltrator, but he does both. So yeah, that'll definitely be interesting for sure. And that's actually casted by Doc Lettuce and Dodge Pong. So, anything else that you guys want to discuss or talk about?
I think we should. We got some stuff to talk about regarding what's coming up in the next few weeks outside of the tournament. Obviously, Monday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, as usual, IBN1 will bring you the next week of tournament games. And going on, we have also those nights, some pub nights with streamers, usual giveaways, come out, win some prizes. It's always a fun time.
Yep.
Following that.
Yeah, we always try to get some new streamers out there too. If if one of our streamers can't make it Wednesday, Thursday night, whatever it is, we have ambulance coming in. And if you guys are a new streamer and you want to get out there, contact me or Jim, and we'll try to fit you into the schedule. We'll get some giveaways going. I have a lot of giveaways this time. I have a good selection, so we can make them fun. The more viewers, the better, and the more prizes I have available. Tell your mom, tell your friends, tell your uncle, tell your niece's best friends.
Oh, can I do a shout out? Shout out to Mom, Barbara. I love you. I love you, Barbara.
I'll call you tomorrow, Barbara.
Hey.
Hey-oh.
So we got some things here that we want to do some some shout outs and whatnot. So we've got, again, the NFS versus MME game tomorrow at when is it, APC? What time is the
10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but that's also at, 7 p.m. On the Pacific side?
7 Western, that's right.
Okay, and what is that Mountain Time? Is that 8 Mountain Time?
Oh my gosh, who cares about the people in the mountains, honestly?
Hey, Colorado's important.
All right. Were you just living there? Shouldn't you know the time?
Yeah, it's 2 hours, all right.
Okay, all right.
2 hours. It's 8.
All right, 2 hours.
Right? 8?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure. They'll probably be an hour early. Anyway, so then we also got some pub games coming up, again, Monday through, wait, why does this say Tuesdays? All right. Anyway,
Thursday.
Yeah, APC just discussed that with the pub nights, which begin at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing it tomorrow night. Tomorrow. Gosh, I start to sound like a damn Canadian. Thanks, Jim. Ugh.
Oh, you just gotta say A.
I need to go shower again after this. Then we got New Blood Pickups, hosted by Egocentric. You want to talk about this, Jimmy?
Yeah, this is kind of a continuation from the workshops we ran this week. Any new players who are maybe looking to try a different kind of version of Tribes over 16 versus 16, capture the flag, maybe actually be able to coordinate with your team, have people who are, instead of maybe not doing something useful, often everyone on your team doing something to help out and kind of working together on Mumble and in the game to win. So that will be this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I'm not 100% sure about a start time, but probably 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern would be a good guess. We will have more posted about that coming up for sure.
Nice.
Sounds good.
All right, so just let's see. So we've also got NAtribes.com, which was revealed recently, and is it's Jim Christ's little shindig he's got going on. You want to talk about NAtribes.com?
Well, it's not just mine. It's sort of a group
it's all
effort
yours.
between a lot of people. APC posts a lot of comments on there, or a lot of content on there, and we also have a large section which is kind of for the community to come in, post VODs of games, highlights. You want to put your tutorials. Sorry, I'm trying to think of a word and I just cannot remember it, but that's okay. Basically, if you want to put some videos of you playing Tribes, maybe you want to put a video of you casting someone else playing Tribes, maybe you want to put a video of a tutorial for Tribes, really anything like that, you can go put it on that website, and anyone who's looking for Tribes-related videos, whether it's games, highlight reels, tutorials, capping routes, all that stuff, you can go there and kind of sort it and search for what exactly you're looking for. Or if you just want to check it out, just head over there. It's all under the VOD section. All the tournament information, including a schedule, is on the website. Events are posted there a certain amount of time before they, at least a few days generally. We try to, sometimes day of. Something happening every day. So, if you want something to do on a certain day, you can go check the website and it'll be there.
Take a breath, Jim. Sounds like there is a lot there.
There is a lot there. There's tons there. The one last thing that is there that we really need is if people kind of want to write news stories, blogs, articles, want to make tutorial videos, really anything, content-wise, we are looking for content creators. So you can go to NAtribes.com, and in the title bar, there's a content creator section. Just fill out that form, hit submit, and we will be getting in touch with everyone who has kind of sent something there this week. And so you'll basically be one of the people who actually post news stories, blogs, articles to the website for people to see.
Yes.
So we've also got the wilderzone.org.
Yeah, that's something that the Europeans put together, and it's not just a European thing. They want to make that clear. They're not just going to cater to the European community. They want to have like a whole hub for everybody to go to, even the Australian players.
And
Which,
the
if you are
African
Australian
players.
and you're watching that, no. But if you are an Australian player, it's bittah.com, bittah.com.
Good old
But
Bittah.
wilderzone.org is a good place as well to find some interesting articles. They just put up an article regarding their the difference between Tribes from day one to what it is today. You can see how the UI used to be and all. Yeah, so I recommend checking out that site too. Bookmark them. And NAtribes, I am trying to update that on a daily basis. Tomorrow I'll be putting some stuff up on there. I'm trying to promote stuff as they come out, so please make that your hub to go to.
All right, so next up on the agenda is we're to talk about my mom. Any thoughts and feelings on my mother, Barbara?
Tap
Picks.
that kit.
Okay.
She's a very nice lady.
A very nice lady, is that what you said, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah, how would you know that? Huh? Huh?
Told her I wouldn't tell you, Anarchy.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Alright, so apparently that's real funny. Everybody wants to talk about my mom. Then also the Steam group. Oh, the Steam group, right? Take it away, Jim. What do you got to say about this Steam group, huh?
Alright, so there is a Steam group. You can get there from NAtribes.com. It's in the bottom right of the main page. And it also has all the events posted, probably in an easier format to kind of figure out what's going on. So that might be wise for you to check it out. It'll also notify you when stuff's going on. Yeah, that type of thing. It's just really a group for Tribes players to go or all North American and Europe, whoever really wants to participate in the events can go and join that. And it's just kind of another way of connecting up with people. You maybe want to go join Tribes with someone. I'm sure you can find the people playing Tribes from the group and join them or whatever. It's really just there for the community.
All right. I believe the video is choppy. Like, is it chopping for you guys when you're watching it or no? Maybe I'm just lagging.
A little choppy to
It
me.
was a little bit during the replays, but it seems pretty good. It's just the cameras.
Okay. All right. So we've also got different Twitters that you guys can follow. I guess one of them includes NATribes. Is that right, Jim? It's at NATribePug. Is that right?
At NATribes.
Right.
Pug are two you can follow depending on what information you want. If you want to know about pickups, follow the pickup one. If you want to know about the community stuff, follow at NATribes. If you want to know about both, follow both.
Okay. And I guess the final thing on the agenda here is we need to let you guys know that you should follow this channel right here, IBN1. So click on that purple follow button. And if you don't, well, you're going to regret it because you never know when there might be a giveaway on here, huh?
Yeah. Also, I just want to throw a shout out. It's really easy to cast. Always looking for new people. A brand new program came out. It's super simple. Give it a shot. Open Broadcaster. Look it up on Google. Make sure you're looking for the streaming one. That's something else that's called Open Broadcaster. I don't know what it is. But it's really simple, and we're always looking for new people.
Yeah, and I better get some followers. It's at APCs or at HighRes APC. I forgot. I just recently changed that due to some reason. I don't know. I forget why.
Due to the hiring of you as community manager. Let's just go round of applause for APC. I can't hold my mic button at the same time I'm clapping, so you just heard a song clap.
But yeah, follow me. There'll be updates on what's going on within the studio, outside the studio, in my life, and Tribes world, and being able to see Jim's bald head again.
Can we get some vlogs going, APC? Like daily vlogs
in the studio?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably get something going, maybe like on a weekly basis. Who knows?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
I can show you Bart's closet.
I don't want to actually. No, just keep that door closed. I don't think anybody wants to see Bart's closet. All right, so I guess we're finishing the night by talking about my mom again. So, any last comments on Barbara? No?
No, nothing. I got nothing.
All right, well, I guess that's it then. Are we? Anyone have any last comments? Anything? Shout outs to loved ones, not including my mom.
If you guys get together, anybody that doesn't have a team, try to look for a team for. I think the Autumn Cup is closed, but there's some tournaments coming out. I think we are going to be releasing a couple tournaments at the end of this month and next month, and they're going to be different. We're not going to be doing the stale 7v7 stuff as much anymore. We want to try different stuff as like Arena. We want to try Rabbit. We want to try Team Deathmatch, Blitz. I want to try CTF Blitz really bad. Just so things, get a change of pace of stuff, give other players a chance to play with different teams because, when we have like a game type, you can form different teams maybe. So, if you have any interest in helping out, if you have interest in, or have any ideas, tell Jim. Jim will listen to you.
Regarding that, there's one last thing. If you do have any questions or comments, yeah, you can get in touch with me about that. The one last thing we should probably do is say thank you to everyone who's helped out with the tournament and the event so far. So I'll try and do this as quickly as possible, I guess, and I'm going to do it from memory. So if I forget anyone, sorry. First of all, of course, Cosma, who made some very, very amazing graphics.
No.
They're very nice.
I don't like
made all these
Cosmo.
graphics. They're very, very
Polish
nice.
punk.
Thank you to Beasneeze and Custodian who have helped it a lot with the website. Thank you to APC, for being possibly the most obnoxious person ever in Mumble right now. Thank you to everyone who hosted the workshops. So, Fire, Swordfish, oh jeez, M-Star, Zato, Xanther, and Immune. Thanks to all of them. Thanks to everyone who's hosted a pub night so far. And thanks to everyone who's casted a game. And everyone else who's helped in any way, shape, or form. And last and most important of all, thank you, Dodgepong, for doing the production for this amazing show.
Yeah, not just the show, but the Invitational and a lot of things that you've been seeing on the streams has been done by Dodgepong and Cosmo. They've been doing a great job, so I give another backup shout out to them. And Beesneys and Custodian really doing a good job on the website.
Definitely.
I want to make sure you guys hear that, or at least get some acknowledgement.
Thanks to Fictious from our tribes for all of his help with promotion and everything. If I forgot anyone, you can yell at me in chat right now, I guess, and I'll try and fit it in there.
Yeah, just show up.
I would like to say this comes directly from my heart. Okay, there's certain people in this community that organize these events, and then there's people that show up, and then there's people that just play the game. All right. I consider myself one that just shows up. I have no idea what the fuck is going on at any given moment, all right? So, like, Jim's like last second, 5 minutes before something's about to happen. Andrew, I've told you about this for 4 weeks. Like, there's people that are babysitting people to get them to do these things, all right? So, I mean, just like a big shout out to all the people that actually organize this stuff. Like, they put a lot of time into it, and they don't get anything out of it, except for, you know, any sort of satisfaction that's gained from seeing people enjoy the game. So, there's my heartfelt thank you to anyone that knows, you know, that they're organizing this kind of thing, and you know who you are. So I think that's it for this week, and we'll see you back at the same time next week on Sunday.
Adios, muchachos.
Adios.